everyone, Tina Hogan Grant here with my Cuppa A Natter. I do these twice a month on a Monday. I like to invite authors into my home. We talk about books, writing, and life as an author, and whatever comes to mind. And this evening, I have the wonderful Amy Lorowitz joining me. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me. So happy to be here.
I am excited to have you. We had a nice little chat before we went live, and I've discovered a few things. And number one, we're going to be talking about your book, Summer Husband. Interesting title, which we're also going to talk about. Beautiful cover. I love that. But I just realized this is your debut.
It is my debut.
This is exciting time for you.
So exciting. Like my head is exploding exciting by things like being on your show. And then yesterday seeing you highlight my book, and I'm just sitting there like, I like to call it finding my book in the wild.
Oh, there you go. So when was the book published?
It's not out yet. It comes out on May 19th.
Something else I just learned.
Yeah. So we can't give any spoilers.
So that's just like 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
No, 3 weeks away.
Yes. 27 days. I counted this morning.
27
I do like a
days
countdown in my brain.
Oh my God. I mean, I've written 17 books, but every time a book comes out, that feeling doesn't go away. And I just know what you're going through. You wait till release day. You think it's bad now?
I decided to have a launch party on my date because otherwise it would just be a Tuesday in May.
So, okay. So are you doing a launch party in your hometown, live, online?
Yes, in my hometown. I live in Manhattan, which is always funny because everyone says, go to your local library, go to your local bookstore. But when you live in Manhattan, that's a little bit different. They do exist. I'm going to a place called PM PST Knitwear, which is downtown. It's actually around the corner from Katz's Delicatessen. So it's in a pretty cool neighborhood, and I'm going to have it there. I'm going to have in conversation with the author Jennifer Belle, whose latest book was Swanna in Love. Came out a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Anyway, and yes, she's going to have a conversation with me. So I'm very excited about it.
How exciting. That is wonderful. I am so happy for you. So you have to tell me, why did you decide to write a book, number one?
So I had been thinking that I've been wanting to write a book since I'm like 10 years old. When I was 10 years old, there was Judy Blume, but there weren't that many YA books. And I remember reading this one book that the protagonists were Laura and Amy. And I guess my name's Amy, so I guess I was kind of drawn to that. And I was reading it going, I could do this, which of course, having said that, it's not the easiest thing in the world to write a book. No. Anyway, so decades passed, and I had been talking about it on and off. And my daughter, who had just graduated from college and was looking for a job, she's like, well, why don't you look for some kind of workshop? Which I did. That was back in 2013. It took me over 10 years to write this book. And I'm going to say it took so long because I had no previous, I wasn't an English major. I didn't write, I wrote letters, but I never really wrote. So my story was going like this. And the person I was working with said to me, Jennifer Belle, said to me, well, you write good stories, you put me in a place, but where's it going? Where's the arc? Where's the growth? And I would sit there and go, what? So it took me a bit to learn. And it's not like, she didn't teach me. She showed me, she corrected me. She's like, well, why don't you go this way or that way? Or yes. So, wasn't a class, it's a workshop. It's so different, but you had to read between 4 and 7 pages once a week. After about a year, my mouth was not dry anymore when I wrote.
Right.
When I wrote. Yeah. So, yes. And it took a long time.
So when you wrote this book, Summer Husband, did you have a plot? Did you have any inkling of like a beginning, a middle, and an end? And did you plan it out, or did you just sit down and write what we call a pantser?
Okay. So no, no to all of that. I was writing these stories. Okay. So let me just back up. So the story is about Lori Kramer, who goes to camp with her children. She's 39 years old, and she goes to camp, sleepaway camp, for the first time with her children, who's also the first time. She goes so that they can go for free. She works there. And the story is what happens when the campers aren't watching. That's the basis of this story. So I actually did that with my children. I went to camp with them for 7 summers. So when I was going to write something, they say, write what you know.
Yeah.
I'd also lived in Japan for 3 years. So I was trying to see, anyways, but the camp stories are so fun. Ridiculous things happen there. Silly things happen there. You're in the midst of it. It's just a fun place to be. So I started to write stories based on some experience. I want to say that I did go to camp, but I want to also say very clearly, everything else is fictional. It's all fiction.
Okay.
But I took it from there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, when you say camping, it's with a tent and it's with campfire. No?
Sleepaway camp has bunks.
Okay. I just want to be clear.
Yes, the sleepaway camp has bunks. It's usually 10 to 12 children in each bunk with 2 or 3 counselors sleeping with them, shared bathrooms, but they're not out.
But all kinds of adventures that you could feed off of for the book. Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yes.
I want to talk more about the book, but before we get into it, we have some people joining us. I do want to pause for a minute and just scroll down and see who is with us. We have Belinda. She says hi. Again, I'm talking to Amy Lorowitz. I might say her name wrong, my accent.
Okay.
We're going to be talking about her debut novel, A Summer Husband. Let's see that book again, Amy. Here it is. This is a debut. It's not out yet. It comes out May 19th.
May 19th.
May 19th, just a few more weeks away. How exciting. So we are talking about the book. Lori is here. She says hello. We have Dana. She says hi. Lori says congratulations on your new release. I do see some questions. I'm going to just pop them up as I see them because otherwise I just lose them.
Okay, well, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate that.
There you go. Lori says, do you have any writers or authors in your family?
I do not. I'm going to be the first. Everyone is very happy. Yes.
You mentioned family tradition. Now you mentioned you have a daughter. Has she read your book? Has she read your book?
Both my daughters have read my book. Yes, my daughter. So my husband and my daughters read the book when it was finished.
I love that. So they read it before it was an actual book.
Yes, before it was actually printed. But my husband was really wonderful about it. He said that he didn't want to read it till it was finished because he didn't want any of his comments to like sway me anyway. So I thought that was very generous of him.
There you go. My husband doesn't get a choice. He reads it when it's a book.
Right. Okay.
I don't give him an option. Lori also has one more question here. She would like to know who encouraged your writing.
This is all self-encouraged. No one said. My family knew I wanted to do it, so I got encouragement to go do it. But it wasn't like I didn't have a teacher that said, "Oh, you should really try writing a book." This was just all in my head, and now it's all on the page.
Since you were 10 years old, you've wanted to write a book. I have to commend you on actually following that dream. And I said,
it took 50 years, well, 40 years, but yes.
You actually finished it, but not only did you finish it, you actually saw a publisher and got it published.
Yes, that was the hardest part, trying to get it published, but yes. And it was interesting because when I started with the workshop, I thought, oh, this is like, a weekly thing. It's like, homework, doing stuff. And then once I let the idea of this being homework done and actually got into it, I was like, oh, so I went from this would be interesting to maybe I can actually write a book to, oh my goodness, I just got it published.
I love it. I love hearing about authors' debuts and how they got them. It doesn't matter how long it took. My debut, Reckless Beginnings, I had the idea when I was 26, and it finally got published in my, how old was I? 50 something. So I can relate. I can relate.
And there's
Yeah,
just something about being a little bit older. You don't have the constraints of, family and ties. And, you can go out on a Tuesday night and not worry about school the next day for your children.
that's true. And I also believe, for me, I'm talking about personally, the older I get, the more disciplined I am. When I was younger, I was like, oh, I'll do that next week. I'll do that next week.
Mhm.
And before you know it, 5 years have gone by before you sit down and write your book. So for
Yeah.
me, when I said, okay, I'm going to do this, I actually disciplined myself to get it done, which is what you did, later on too. So I think we
Well,
just become more disciplined.
I'm going to say having the workshop was good because it gave me I had to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
As a
I
matter
put
of fact,
up.
okay.
Karen, she says, hello from severe storms. Be safe there, Karen. Be safe.
Yes.
And then Virgie is here. She says, hello. I did answer Dana's question, but I didn't. You did. But it's what we just talked about. She just asked, do any of your family members read your book? We did answer
Yes.
that one. Okay, I want to put this one up. I asked you before I put it up. When it comes to your writing habits, I had asked you if you plotted the book, if you're a pantster. The other thing I'd like to know is, well, Karen wants to know too, because this is true for me that it does happen, but do your characters talk to you?
Oh, absolutely. Did I lose you? Oh, there you are. We switched places on the screen.
I guess we're playing musical chairs.
We just did a little.
All right. That's fine. And what happened there?
Yes, my characters do talk to me.
They do.
They tend to talk to me a lot in my shower, but I guess when I'm showering, my mind is empty, and being filled with the book. Yes.
Now, okay, when they talk to you, are they telling you the story and you just kind of write what they're telling you? Do you try to change it at all?
They tell me that I wouldn't say that. I would say this.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't have handled.
So they're guiding you. Why are we freezing? Did I just lose you? All right. Let me know in the comments who is freezing, because on my end, Amy has frozen. Can someone let me in the comments, let us know if Amy is frozen on your computer or if it's me? Better not be me. Hello? Someone out there, let me know who's frozen. Hello? Okay. Virgie says frozen. Is it just Amy or is it both of us? Let me know in the comments. She is frozen. Amy is frozen. Okay, so Amy has lost connection. Okay, she needs to come back in. Let me see if I can. Ooh, this is the joy of going live. Hold on one second. She needs to leave and come back. Don't you just live chat? Don't you just? Okay, she left. Now, hopefully she will come back in and be reconnected. While we wait for Amy, I'm just going to chit chat and see how everyone is doing. I missed my solo live last Friday. I have just been burying myself in edits with A Boyfriend Secret. So I did miss that live, but the edits are coming along, but they are coming along so slow. I don't know what it is, but this round of edits just seems to be very intense. And I think it is because it was a really, really rough draft for this book. I wanted to get it finished by March the 31st, which, as you know, I did, but it was very, very rough. I had the story, I had the bones, but it needs a lot of work to clean up. So I'm going through it chapter by chapter, and I do as much as I can. And then when I'm done what I can with the chapter, it goes off to Lulu, my editor, but it is going real slow. We are on chapter 35 of the edits. Lulu is also starting her round 2 of edits, going back because she's waiting for me on chapters. But there are 68 chapters in the book. So we're halfway there. So be patient. We are getting there. But that is what I have been working on. Haven't been online much. I really want to get these edits done. I actually talked to my what do you call it? Cover designer, and she is actually starting the cover early. She's supposed to start the cover on May 15th, but she actually emailed today and said she's going to start working on it tomorrow. So that's exciting. So my newsletter goes out, as you know, on May 1st. Is it May 1st? Yeah, May 1st. It's going to be all about A Boyfriend's Secret. I'm going to be sharing with you the blurb for the first time. My subscribers always get to see it first. So the blurb will be in the newsletter, backgrounds of what's going on in the book. I don't think cover will be ready by then. Maybe, maybe not. But when it is ready, you'll be the first to see it. So that is what's going on with me. And where is Amy? I'm going to give Amy 5 more minutes. Hopefully she can get back on. Let me see if she's tried emailing me or messaging me. But this is what happens when we go live. I don't know what to say. I apologize. But what I'll try and do is I can try and get her back on another Monday in between when I don't have an author scheduled. Because I'm so happy for her. She's got a debut novel coming out May 19th. And I want to, help her all I can because she hasn't emailed me. I remember when Reckless Beginnings came out, it was such a nervous time. So I really want to bring her back on. And as you know, I only do the chats every other Monday. So maybe I can get her on a Monday in between that. I'm going to put up some comments that we're getting here. Virgie. Oh, thank you, Virgie. Looking forward to A Boyfriend's Secret. So am I. I'm thinking June. I said May, but the way these edits are going, I'm thinking sometime in June. This book will be coming out, but don't hold me to it. We might surprise ourselves and get it out in May. I'll do my best. Laurie said there's an issue at her end. Yes, there is. So, you down there, Gordon?
Yes, what?
Oh, well, she's lost connection. I'm talking to just the group by myself.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm giving her 5 minutes to see if she can come back on. So I'm just having a chit chat with the readers. Okay. Karen says, excited to hear about Boyfriend's Secret. Thank you, Karen. I hope you enjoy it. And of course, I will be doing something in the group when we get around to release day and something before. I'm looking at who says he's frozen, and then it's questions. Okay. All right. Yep. Everyone's saying just, yeah. So I'm not sure she's going to get back. I'm going to give another few more minutes. Elaine said she's gone. Hi, Elaine. I just saw you were here. Hi, Elaine. Yeah, she's not back here. I don't see her. So I'm going to give a few more minutes. And Laurie says, wow. What's the wow for, Laurie? I think that's for the number of chapters in the book. I have to say, though, they are short chapters. I think if you've read my books before, that you know I tend to write short chapters. That's how I like to read books. It keeps me turning the page. So this book, they are short chapters. Hopefully you're okay with short chapters. Diane is here. Hello, Diane. We are waiting for Amy to come back. This is what happens when we go live. She has lost connection. She's been gone for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to give her a few more minutes and see if she can come back on. And if not, we're going to have to end the chat, I'm afraid, and get her in on a Monday when I don't have an author booked. Belinda says she's anxious for my book. Thank you, Belinda. And in this book, A Boyfriend's Secret, you are going to see characters from the other books. You're going to see Molly. You're going to see Gus. You're going to see Patty, as she likes to be called now, Patricia Levnick, Patty, Stacy. And there's some new characters that you will get introduced to. And I've been asked on other chats if there's another book after this. And to be honest, I don't know yet. That I don't know yet. If the characters keep talking to me, then yes, there will be. Belinda says she loves short chapters. Hi, Elaine. Good. And Dana says hello. So there we go. But I'm anxious to get this book out, and then I have another project that I'm going to be working on. News about that another time. So, what do you think? I don't think Amy's coming back. It's been almost 10 minutes. I think we're going to have to end this. But thank you for joining us. And I will try and reach out to her and see if I can get her back on a Monday when I don't have a scheduled chat. And we'll hopefully, have it on for the hour. Everyone, thanks for joining in. I apologize for the technical difficulties on Amy's side, but I'll keep you posted on when I can get her back. Okay.